Axios reporting, citing top Dems, it's no longer a question of if, but when. Pelosi, Schumer, Jeffries, and the news just breaking that even Obama is signaling now he's got to go. Do you think he will?
Yes, I do. And I was one of the last holdouts on that Joe Biden's not going to be on the ticket. And it's not about the fact that his job was terrible. It's about the fact that he let the cat out of the bag, that he mentally is not capable of 4 more years, let alone 4 more months. That's just the fact of the matter. And because his lack of capabilities was exposed on the world stage, now the Democrats are running for cover. They knew this was going on, but because Joe Biden was a vessel for their agenda, it was okay. As long as you didn't have too much access to Joe Biden, everything is okay. He's the leader. He's in charge. Joe knows the right thing. We've all heard the talking points. Jill Biden and, oh, good gosh, Jill Biden looks detestable in this entire situation. Joe, you did great. You answered all the questions. Like, this is not a spelling bee. This is not a school play. You're talking about the presidency. He is supposed to be in charge of the agencies, like we just talked about with one of them, in charge of directing our military in operations around the globe. And this man can't go toe-to-toe with his opponent. They are embarrassed not for Joe Biden. They're embarrassed for themselves. And this is why they're getting rid of him so fast.
Adam Schiff, very prominent congressman running for Senate out in California, very close with Nancy Pelosi, one of the first to come out on the record and say he needs to go in this.
You know he was not going to do that without Nancy's blessing.
So this is what I'm going to say. It was literally, 2 months ago? He was shaming Robert Hur, the special counsel who looked into Joe Biden and classified documents, and had one line in his report saying, we can't really bring a case because he's a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. Right. Cross-examined, and it was Adam Schiff, cross-examined Robert Hur like he had done something absolutely disgusting and unnecessary, including that line. Now he's out with his own opinion piece that he's got to go. He's not firm. He can't do the job. He can't win. The hypocrisy, as if, I guess, everything was revealed to him in that debate.
Well, listen, Adam Schiff has a doctorate in hypocrisy. The man will shift his statements anytime in order to protect himself and to protect the political agenda. And it's important for the American people to understand. I want to restate this case. It's about their agenda. Joe Biden was just the vessel for it. Mm-hmm. He got, according to them, a lot of things done. They've been detrimental to the country. If Joe Biden could stand on a debate stage for 90 minutes, if he could do a press conference for 1 hour without a note card of who to call on and just take questions in round robin, they would be saying he's the best thing since sliced bread. He's the best progressive president we've ever had, better than FDR, better than LBJ. Run, Joe, run. Go, Joe, go. But because he can't do the actual front-facing job that a president has to do, he's got to go. And the reason why they're moving him out so fast is because now he's damaging Senate races. Mm-hmm. And he's damaging House races. And it's now every man for themselves over there. Right. But this is why you should have had a primary process. They had an opportunity. Dean Phillips ran. RFKJ tried to run. They got him out of there. It's a real debacle, not just for their brass, but also for their voters, because their voters are the ones who are not getting their voice.
So listen to this absurdity. There's actually a threat now. He's not going to get a presidential library if he doesn't get out.
He doesn't deserve one.
Here's the quote in Axios from some top Democrat unnamed. His choice is to be one of history's heroes or to be sure of the fact that there will never be a Biden presidential library. I pray he does the right thing. He's headed that way. And then they go on to the not if anymore, but when. But this is really the threat, that we're going to take away your library and all your friends, or we'll make you a hero.
So, you know what that op-ed demonstrates is these are I don't want to say the threats, but these are the carrots for him to get out. Joe, just leave and we'll make sure you have a great library. Joe, just leave and we'll make sure you're canonized as a great American president. Your legacy will be intact. I'm not going to speak for them. We'll take care of Hunter. Don't worry about it. But if you stay, we're taking it all away. And it's indicative of what's happened in politics in our country for far too long. Joe Biden is a creature of the old way of politics. Somebody who came along, stood behind the party no matter what, shifted his opinions. Don't forget what Kamala Harris said about him back when they were debating in the primary back in 2019, 2020, how she talked about how he was as a United States Senator, things he supported when he came into the United States Senate. He has shifted his opinions over 50 years for political power. And so he could always have a seat at the table, so he would have an opportunity to at some point be president. And now they're going to take the legacy pieces away from him if he stays.
Can I pick up on what you said about Adam Schiff being very close to Nancy Pelosi? So you believe he would not have written that piece without her blessing? I
don't think anybody at the top of the food chain over there in the California delegation moves a muscle without Nancy Pelosi. I came in her last term as Speaker of the House. From what I've seen from the Republican side of the aisle, Nancy ran that place with an iron fist. Nobody moves a muscle unless Nancy Pelosi okayed it.
She's seems to be the number one most powerful Democrat in the country right now, and I include Joe Biden in that given his current state.
It's her and it's Barack Obama.
And he's not saying anything, but behind the scenes, according to this reporting from the Washington Post, is starting to push. Okay, if you were not following the news, you may have missed it, but a massive hit to the U.S. dollar just came in June when Saudi Arabia did not renew its 50-year petrodollar deal with the U.S. Since 1974, Saudi Arabia has sold oil exclusively in U.S. dollars, and that was huge to our global economic dominance. Now they want options other than the dollar. So ask yourself, if there's less demand for the dollar, what happens next? Look, it's reasons like this that Americans are looking at Birch Gold Group. For over 20 years, Birch Gold has helped tens of thousands of Americans protect their savings by converting an IRA or 401k into an IRA into physical gold. To learn more, text the word MK to 989898 and claim your free, no obligation info kit on gold. That's MK to the number 989898. Birch Gold has earned the trust of so many with their education-first approach. There are thousands of happy customers and so many 5-star reviews. Consider protecting your savings with gold before the dollar plunges any further. Text MK to 989898 today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.